is watching, for tuning in to this episode of Cooking with Chef Hank. Today we will be making my mom's homemade brownies. There's a lot of ingredients here. And before we get into this, I would just like to say we are getting very close to hitting 200 subscribers. We're only 41 subs away. So make sure you hit that subscribe button below, and let's hope we can get this channel to 200 subs. But now, let's get on to the tutorial.
Alright, so the first thing we want to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So do that. So I am also simultaneously greasing our 9x13 pan. This is a dark pan, so some people would go ahead and turn the temperature down by 25 degrees, but I like to live dangerously.
I'm going to turn on.
And default to 350. Now you're done. So, Chef Hank. First we're going to mix all the dry ingredients together, then we're going to mix all the wet ingredients together. Okay? But one of the things about the wet ingredients is we want to melt, or at least mostly melt, the butter. So let's do that.
So, what you need here for the ingredients are large eggs, 2 sticks of butter, baking powder, salt, gluten-free flour or just regular flour, sugar, natural almond flour, and brown sugar.
That's cocoa, buddy.
Cocoa.
Yeah, that's cocoa. Dark cocoa for preference. So I like this guy for putting the butter in.
You may notice that my hair is crazy today.
Give that 30 seconds in the microwave, please.
Alright, gotta have this boy melt.
Alright. Now, because your mom's got food allergies, we're gonna make this gluten-free. So instead of putting 1.5 cups of flour in it, I'm going to put half gluten-free flour blend and half almond meal. But almond meal is a little gritty, so first I'm going to run my almond meal through the food processor so that in the end my brownies will have a better texture. Wonderful, so that's mostly melted and we're going to just set that aside and let it get cooled off a smidge.
That buttery scent is so strong.
So we wanted 1.5 cups of flour. We're going to do half almond flour and half gluten-free flour blend. How much almond flour do we want? What's half of 1.5 cups, Mr. Fraction? What's half of 1.5 cups? 3/4 of a cup.
Oh yeah.
So, three-quarters of a cup gluten-free flour blend, and 3/4 of a cup of almond meal that we have tried to grind a little bit finer. Now, before we're done with the flour, we're going to take our buttered pan and we're going to dust it with a bit of gluten-free flour. And then we're going to move it all around, and we're going to make a great surface that our brownies will not stick to. This can go back in the pantry. Thank you. Sticking with our dry ingredients, Henry, we need a teaspoon of salt. We should maybe go a little less because of our salted butter, but what the hell. And a teaspoon of baking powder. Has anyone ever seen another brand besides Clapper Grill? I haven't. Our whisk. And our whisk goes together like so. Oh, that's not all our dry ingredients. Silly mom. These are brownies.
What about this?
All important cocoa.
Look at that.
We need 2/3 of a cup. And this is a 1/3 cup measure. We need
chocolate.
2/3 of a cup of densely packed cocoa. So we want all that cocoa goodness. 1/3 of a cup. Ooh, there's another 1/3 of a cup. This is Hershey's Special Dark, I believe.
Yep.
The reason why we want to stir the dry ingredients together first is the cocoa. If you can get the cocoa and flour incorporated together before you add the liquid, you don't have to fight these lumps later.
Have we already done the sugar
We
yet?
have not done the sugar yet. All right. Now, we're going to take 2 cups of sugar.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to crack 4 eggs. 1,
I guess you'll do 2 of them.
go ahead. Don't get any shell in there.
Oh, this one has a small mark on it. What? Okay, I got this.
2.
Oh, that.
2 in there.
Right,
There you go.
There you go.
All right, now you can wash your hands. Now we are going to add the melted butter, and we are going to use the electric beater mixer to cream the sugar, butter, and eggs together. Like so. Then, finally, it's time to combine the wet and dry ingredients together.
and I kind of looks like a pancake batter.
That's kind of the pancake batter. Hey, look, we're preheated. So you can see this is a really thick batter, brownie batter. Okay, so then we're gonna roughly move it until we're covered the whole bottom of the pan. Key brownie. I thwack it. Just a couple times.
Oh,
That'll let some of the air out, and then it won't be as cakey. If you like a cakier brownie, don't do that.
Well, that is how you make.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Now we put it in the oven
Yes.
at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. Actually, they're gluten-free, so 35 to 40 minutes. Yeah, that's good. So we'll let those rest for like 10 minutes. You really want them to cool completely before you cut them. Brownies all right?
Here are the brownies. These are what they look like after they're fully baked and cooled off. Do you want one, Dad?
So, we got that classic skin on top, really chocolatey, not too cakey, dense, fudgy looking brownie.
I'll have that piece.
Yeah.
That is how you make homemade brownies. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy your brownies. Bye!